Hi, so I'm going to show you how to use Socratic. So first things first, you're going to go to your phone's store. So if you have an iPhone, you're going to go to the Apple App Store. If you have an Android, you're going to go to the Google Play Store, or you can also access Socratic from a browser. As you can see, I already typed in Socratic, and this is the application here with the purple background and the owl, and you're going to open that. So once you download the app and it's fully downloaded and you open it, it's going to take you to this. Now, this camera is just focused on my surroundings. So there you see my laptop and my counter. So the camera is for if you are, let's say, doing math homework, like the scenario mentioned in my narrative, or doing language arts homework or science homework. You're able to actually take a picture of what you're working on, and it will zone in on the question from the picture. Or if you maybe have a long question, or maybe the question isn't on a sheet of paper, like maybe you wrote it and the application maybe won't identify your handwriting, you are also able to switch to where it says ABC here at the bottom, and you can type in your question. So for example, let's just type in a simple question like what is the powerhouse of the cell, which is a typical science-based question. So since it already popped up here, we're just going to press that, and the application is going to search its database. Its database will search the internet, it will search Quizlet, it will search random search engines for your question, and then like the top answers that those search engines have turned up for that question that you had. So since ours was the powerhouse of the cell, it came back with a Quizlet response that says it's mitochondria. And I took science, so I know that that answer is actually correct. And maybe if you don't trust the first source, maybe if it was like, I don't know, Wikipedia or something, and maybe you didn't find that to be a reliable source, you could swipe and you'll see your highlighted question at the top, and it'll show the answer from a different source. So here we have it from reference.com, and this also elaborates on not just the mitochondria being the powerhouse of the cell, but it elaborates on the functions of the mitochondria. And you can just keep swiping, and it'll show you what highlighted sections of your question is being answered. So this wasn't necessarily the question, but and then also it'll direct you to videos on YouTube that apply to some of the basis of your questions, which will really, really come in handy if you looked up a math question. Like, let's say you needed help with what's 2 plus 2. You would type that in. Actually, let's do that so you can see, how it operates as also math-wise. So we're going to type in what is 2 plus 2. So okay. Sorry, it took us to like some theoretical stuff, so we're actually going to go to the math part right here at the bottom where it says 1, 2, 3. where it'll change your keyboard into like a calculator where you're able to like type in formulas, do fractions, etc. So 2 plus 2, and we're gonna so here for the math. So it shows you what the solution is and it explains it. So had we had a more complex problem, it would have broke down each step on this solution page and showed you step by step how they got to the answer. So it's an application that wouldn't necessarily just give you the answers like a lot of the other ones like Mathway and things like that. A lot of people have issues with certain things, certain applications giving just the answer and then the individual still being stuck because they have another problem just like it and they aren't really sure how to solve it. Or you could be prepping for a quiz or something and you can't whip out the application during quiz. So that's very helpful. And it also gives you more responses just in case you wanted to verify that the answer was correct. This one here actually shows how to graph it on a number line. And so it shows you a few different examples, and also if it was a more complex problem that involved formulas and it was really intricate, it would also direct you to YouTube videos based on what system that problem needed. So let's say if you were working with fractions, trying to convert fractions to decimals and things of that nature, it would actually reroute you to a YouTube video on how to do math conversions, which is really helpful as well. So this is how Socratic works. I think it can be used in a setting where professors or tutors aren't necessarily available, like maybe you're doing your homework at 2 a.m. or you're prepping for a quiz or you're just trying to brush up on a few things that you maybe didn't understand in class. It provides you with that extra reassurance that you can get things done accordingly and, get ahead even in your classes. So that is all, and this is how Socratic works.